Good morning, and happy Tuesday, everybody. O'Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Show, the Traffic Center. Welcome to that. I just like that bass groove in that song. I don't know, that song is it's kind of catchy, right? We've managed to find that song. Oh gosh, it's been about 2 months now or so, give or take. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show here on a Tuesday morning. Things are still fairly light. Our friends are still celebrating Rosh Hashanah. Today is the second day. It ends this evening. So, some school districts are back. Others are still off today. So, it's kind of a mixed bag as far as our volume is concerned for this Tuesday. But for the most part, just doing a quick scan of the maps, things are a little bit lighter than it was last Tuesday. So that's certainly in your favor if you do have to commute here this morning. Certainly all eyes are on Hurricane Ian making its way across western Cuba. John is here this morning. He is in the Rutgers Weather Center. He'll be joining us here in about 5 minutes. So we'll stick to the schedule. He'll give us some updates there on Ian and our forecast and maybe where he thinks we may get some of this rain. As I said yesterday, to me, it looked like it was kind of beginning to stall out a little bit as it crossed western Cuba. And again, some of that also has to do with the dry conditions that are further north of it, up towards the Georgia area, our area, mid-Atlantic. It's going to try to kind of shear off some of those storms and some of those upper level winds, but it's also going to kind of block it from moving a little bit further to the north even faster until it gets caught up in that stream and to take it out of Florida. So it looks like it's kind of stall off the shore of off the coast of Florida, which is not a good sign. But John will have more on that in just a couple of minutes. We are live here this morning on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We're giving the Twitter thing a try again. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see if we get any. Unfortunately, I can't get the comments from that. And hopefully, I'm hoping StreamYard will rectify that sooner than later. So let's set it up here. This half hour is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. You know, you love it. The best ice cream anywhere to be found. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. Let's see, Alexandra, good morning to you. Good morning and happy Tuesday. We're getting down the countdown. The final countdown is coming soon, right? For Sunday. So hopefully John will be able to give us a little bit of a glimpse of what Sunday may look like. But I'm going to see if I can reach out to him if he can do some kind of a wedding report for you on Friday to really let you know what the story is for Sunday. Let's get to our action here this morning. And just as I say that things are a little bit lighter, start to pop up. So we start in New Jersey, and we're doing a quick scan of Jersey here before we get to the Weather Center. Let's see here. We got a crash on the northbound Parkway in Kenilworth at 138. Also, down wires and a pole, 130 south of 168 in Camden. 2 lanes are shut, about 15 to 20 there. 280 east, the ramp 508 is still shut there. And then Route 9 north at Schulmeister Road and Old Bridge, we have a right lane closure. So first up, I should say, is this Parkway situation into 138 right there. So that's what's tying the ride up this morning. We go to Route 9, where Schulmeister comes in with this crash just before Route 34, Big Ed's Barbecue. That sounds pretty good. Just before Route 34, so you want to look for that. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, where are we going? I was just thinking of something. Sorry, zoning out here. So 80 is a little busy. as we get into exit 30. And some more delays heading east out of Rockaway into Denville into Parsippany. It's kind of normal. So is the Parkway through Bloomfield. Turnpike real heavy here, 13A up to 14. And 19 fairly crowded as well, getting out to 78. Inbound Skyway is heavy. Now, this is that other issue with 208. The exit is shut here off of 280 heading east because of a crash being reported here along, must be on the exit ramp, because that's why eastbound 280 is heavy out to the western spur of the turnpike, because everyone's looking to, they don't have anywhere to go except to onto Route 280, onto the turnpike, I should say. Let's give you a quick check of the Hudson Rivers before we go to John in the Weather Center. Dial that up. See what we got. 20 to 25 at the George, about 45 at the Lincoln. There was an earlier broken down tractor trailer in the South Tube there. That's been cleared. That was cleared about half an hour ago. And 20 at the Holland Tunnel. All right, so we'll stick to the schedule, and we're going to go to John in the Weather Center. He's got a look at our forecast and some all-important information about Hurricane Ian. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Don, and to all of you watching this morning. It's going to be a nice day that we have on the way for today. It'll start to cool off later on this week, and of course, we are tracking Hurricane Ian starting to head into the Gulf of Mexico, and we could see the remnant rains of that by this weekend or possibly early next week. The timing on that's going to change a little bit, so we'll keep you updated on that. This morning we have a few clouds to start out, but the skies will clear out throughout the morning and afternoon hours, and by this evening you're going to want the sunglasses on your way home from work or school. It's going to be pretty sunny out there later on this afternoon. So for your highs for today, we have 73 down in Camden, Millville at around 72, same for Atlantic City. Sussex a little bit cooler at about 69, 73 over toward New York City. Milford, Connecticut at around 71 degrees. And for your overnight lows, it's going to get a little chilly here in Sussex at about 45 degrees. 49 over toward Trenton and Piscataway, 48 down in Millville, a little bit milder in Wildwood at about 55 degrees, Milford, Connecticut at about 53, over toward Islip out on Long Island. So as we take a look at our futurecast, it looks pretty clear here, just a few clouds passing by on Wednesday going into Thursday morning, but not expecting anything in the way of rainfall. And as we take a look at our tropics watch, we are tracking Ian, but we are also watching this other Invest 99L out in the eastern Atlantic. However, it doesn't look like that is going to impact the United States. So that is the good news. The bad news is we have Hurricane Ian. That'll be moving into the Gulf of Mexico and nearing Florida today and right through Thursday and even going into Friday. A lot of storm surge, a lot of heavy rain and high winds at a Category 4 storm is likely going into later on tonight and going into Wednesday. So if you have any family down there or if you have any travel plans down there, you might want to cancel those. But alert your family, tell them to evacuate if they are told to do so. We'll take a look at that 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit.
Thank you, John. Some all-important information there about Hurricane Ian. As he said, definitely, if you have friends or family down on that west coast of Florida, for that matter, pretty much most of South Florida, definitely, if they're told to evacuate, definitely tell them to go, because this is a very dangerous storm setting up here just off the coast of Florida for our friends there in South Florida. And actually, I think already starting to see some rain from the outer bands of this kind of clipping the Key West area, Marathon, getting on into, parts of southern Florida, just off Miami to the west of that. So already starting to see a little bit of that precip, but that was just kind of the appetizer before the entree. So again, this is a big storm. Take those warnings seriously and evacuate if necessary. This half hour is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. 908-272-3000 is the phone number, 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey. That's Route 28 in your GPS. Ralph has some of the best ice cream anywhere to be found. Just delicious stuff. As you can see here in the dipping case, you see the cotton candy, the strawberry. Also has, the core three, the vanilla, chocolate, and the strawberry. He's got frozen yogurt. He's got the dairy-free options in the sorbets, which are kind of winding down now for the season. Also, the Dole raspberry and pineapple whip, and he has some sugar-free options as well. So there's a lot to choose from here for your ice cream needs at the almost called the Tri-State Creamery. Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, chocolate cookies and cream, S'moreo. I mean, just absolutely amazing ice cream. And you can see the wonderful toppings you can put on that: peanut butter, marshmallow, the walnuts, the candied fruit. So we are, it really just absolutely delicious stuff across the board. Here's some more of those sprinkles and M&Ms. It's delicious. I haven't had breakfast yet, and it really looks quite tempting. Don't forget about the uh, ice cream sandwiches, the chipwiches, the flying saucers, if you call them that. I don't know if Carvel has a copyright on those, but we'll call them that for our purposes. um, just a kind of a quick pick me up. He also has those cupcakes, which are absolutely fantastic. Vanilla cupcakes with vanilla icing, and these wonderful all occasion cakes. And he also has other specialty cakes as well that he can make for you, different characters for the kids and things like that. So give Ralph a call. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. It's funny, we were just talking about that phone number the other day when I saw him, and I said, 20 years from now, whatever you decide to retire, you should probably keep that phone number. It's like fantastic phone number. Like I always said, it's a radio phone number, 908-272-3000. Again, 22 North Avenue West in Cranford VanillaBeanCreamery.com. So we thank Ralph for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so let's go back to our action here this morning, and let's dial this in. Let's see what else we've got cooking here this morning. Anna, buenos dias. Good morning to you. Great to see and hear a meteorologist at the helm. Yes, our head meteorologist. Yes, chief meteorologist, Mr. Rocco, in the driver's seat. So yes, it is good to see Johnny. So this is going to be a big week for the Weather Watchers group there out of Rutgers. All right, so we'll head down the shore very quickly. Parkway 33, Turnpike 195, all the way through Toms River, Brick. Everything is in good shape. Route 9, Ocean City, Somers Point, the Parkway 347, 55. Again, this whole 42-55 combination, kind of our normal stuff coming into Philadelphia. So not much you can do. 73, 70 is still in pretty good shape. So is 38. Where that 130 situation is 30 at 168. Dial that in. I think that's got to be right in here. Yeah. Okay. So look for that this morning. And again, because of day 2 of Rosh Hashanah, you definitely are feeling the impacts here, especially in the city. Across Staten Island, we're empty. The Ville Parkway is completely empty as well. Let's go to the incident page here this morning and see what's prospecting. Conic, the southern, northern, Shelter Rock Road, there's a crash. We'll get to that in a minute. Sprain. So nothing in the city. Just some typical delays here on the Gowanus and the BQE. As we continue further to the north, the lower East River crossings are fine. Southbound on the BQE heavy. Queens Boulevard all the way down to the Williamsburg Bridge. Midtown Tunnel is dialed in here with about 10 minutes or so. Same thing at the Ed Koch. FDR is kind of back to normal here, heading south of about the 130s down into about the lower 90s. RFK Triborough is fine. West on the Grand Central, a little heavy passing the connector now. West on the LIE is heavy here out through Boulevard. East is fairly congested here through Casina out to the Clearview. Let's take a look at northbound Cross Island is busy. North on the Van Wyck is heavy in towards Atlantic and Hillside Avenues. Jackie Robinson a little busy at the Kew Gardens interchange, but the belt seems to be faring fairly nicely. Let's go to the Whitestone back into the Bronx, a little heavy. The Bronx itself, just west on the Cross Bronx under the interchange over to 3rd Avenue, then south on the Bruckner at the Bronx River Parkway. The Deegan both ways through the construction of Yankee Stadium. Yankees lost last night 3-2. We're still on Judge Watch. 61 not here yet. It's almost like baby watch, right? 61 is not here yet. I believe now we're down to 9 games. So let's hope he does it. People are going to come after him if he hasn't hit 61 and 62, next 9 games. So, but we'll see. But the other thing is that he's just not getting up there and striking out. He's still getting a hit. He's scoring a run. He's doing, he's doing everything else except for the home run, but wasn't enough last night. Giants also lost 23-16 to the Cowboys. Just a awful offensive mess for both teams. Just ugly. I mean, the halftime score was 6-3. It's like a baseball score. Ugh. North of the Bruckner heavy here at Pelham Parkway. All right, so we go out to the island again. It's lighter because of the second day of Rosh Hashanah on the LIE. Little congestion here west of Deer Park Avenue, but that's about it. Southern State, we are fine. So things are in great shape here this morning, even out through Suffolk County, except until you get to east on Sunrise Highway, Hampton Bays, Shinnecock Hills, Tuckahoe, over towards the Watermill area is a solid ride. Let's dial in Connecticut, shall we? Oh, that's right. The Northern State. That's right. We wanted to see what that was about. I didn't see any delays, though. Shelter. Let's dial that in here at 726. Shelter Rock Road is over here. Oh, there, it's right in here. LIE. Aha. There it is. Yahtzee. A couple of vehicles tangled up in that. There it is. A little bit slow, but just the volume of traffic isn't out there. Hopefully everyone's okay. Ambulance is on the scene. So again, hopefully everyone is fine. But yeah, there's that wreck there east on the northern. This is out at Shelter Rock Road. All right, so let's populate Connecticut now. Not going to be much on the list. 46, 41, 27 through 11. So it's a little heavier than it was yesterday. Not by much. I have a feeling this is going to clear out here in the next half hour or so. But yeah, just kind of normal stuff. Even lower Westchester, we're good across the board. Same thing, Rockland, Orange counties. Way 84, Route 6, the Beacon Bridge, 84. That is going to be fine. 684 is clear. West on 84 is heavy here at 684. And then 684 coming out of Brewster down through Croton Falls, Purdy's, Golden's Bridge, Katona, Bedford Hills, all the way down into Purchase. and then continuing down straight here at 287 is fine. Let's go to transit now. Again, friends, it's, like I said, it's a little bit lighter. EC rail line, 746 Atlantic City arrival up to 25 minutes late. Coastline, the Long Ranch, 15 minutes there. So about 15 minutes on the coastline, Raritan Valley. 732 at the North Penn, arrival is up to 20 minutes late. 29 departure Raritan is canceled. Okay. And the River Line, mechanical issues there. Half alerts this morning. Oh, pardon me, just to get some water. For some reason, the site seems like it takes longer and longer to update. Let's see. That was yesterday. So go to the MTA now. Dial that in. Dialed in. Just some delays in the A train. Far Rockaway, Mott Avenue bound A trains are delayed while we remove a train car in need of cleaning from service at Euclid Avenue. Okay. And on Metro North and Long Island Railroad is playing nicely here this morning. So we'll go back into our maps. Again, 7:30 now is our time. Are sponsored this half hour by Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road in beautiful Clark, New Jersey, 908-325-6283. You want to follow Omar on Instagram at ChopGod, GODDD, and also by Maxim Motor Cars, LLC. That is located on 303 West Clinton Street. That's Route 15. That's going to be in Dover, New Jersey, and Morris County, 973-620-9060, MaximMotorCarsLLC.com. Looks like we got some big trouble now all of a sudden onto the parkway. Looks like we've got a hit there. So let's go back to our incident page. Yeah, there it is. So we got three accidents on the parkway. First is south in Irvington before 143, northbound before 148. Go to the parkway cameras to see if this works. Let's see. 148. I don't see the northbound crash. I'm only looking at the delays going south. So that's going south here into that crash at 143. Yeah, you can kind of see the police activity here in the center. Go full screen. Ooh. So there it is going south. That's the parkway south before 143C here. Obviously see it in Irvington. Left lane is shut. Could be the two left lanes are shut. Kind of what I'm thinking are the two lefts are out. Again, this camera is almost impossible to see. Dialed in. Almost impossible to see. That is more than that. Let's go to the tower. So now northbound is hitting with some rubbernecking delays in that area. Let's map it. It's right here. It's kind of splitting the difference between 280 and 78. But south is jammed all the way through to, Bloomfield 148. That's normal northbound traffic. I didn't see that accident there. Now we're seeing it. They're saying a crash on 280 West. It's getting ugly. Let's see. 21. Ooh, that's pretty busy there. Let's go west of that to 6th Street. I think it's just between there and the Parkway. Eastbound now hitting the brakes. Yeah, we got nothing from DOT on that. All of a sudden, it just got really ugly really quickly on this Parkway. The Turnpike is now, I think, picking up some alternate volumes from some that maybe will be coming off the Driscoll Bridge. We're going to opt for the Turnpike to go through Union County from 13 on into 14. So this is, 135 up to 140 with that one crash there being cleared. 78 is still a little heavy here at just west of Diamond Hill, which I believe was incident earlier here. 41 to 44, all lanes are open. Broken down tractor trailer, one of the toll lanes are blocked. Now it's getting interesting out here. So we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter this morning. Thank you so much for dialing us up here for your Tuesday morning ride. Again, for the most part, volume is lighter than because of the second day of Rosh Hashanah today. So happy New Year to all our friends celebrating Rosh Hashanah. If it wasn't for these two crashes here, this Parkway will be moving fairly well. A little sun glare east on 80 as you come in towards Route 15. What's going on here on 78? No. Sun glare coming up through Jugtown Mountain. 287 busy getting up into Route 1. Parkway, it's something else is going on here. Another Parkway issue. What's this? Seems a little slow here by PNC out in Analand there. So we'll go down to that camera. Oh, wrong one. Okay. 116. That's south going from right to left. South of 116. I don't see anything there. It's interesting how that just kind of just cropped up. Huh. Interesting. It's amazing how bad these cameras are. Absolutely ugly. Ugly cameras. Well, at least most of them are working. So that is, I guess, a step in the right direction. South of Cape May is at 30, 40. Well, that's a good shot there. New Gretna. Dial in the DART spacecraft smashing into an asteroid at 7 million miles away. Well, we can't get anything from New Gretna, New Jersey. Go figure that one. I digress. Let's go back to the cameras again. I want to look at that 5542. Dial that in there because I want to make sure nothing else is happening. 2. There's northbound coming towards us now into 55. We're also fairly congested there this morning, getting up into Leaf, approach to the curve. Wow, it's going to be amazing once this gets finished, right? So it kind of eases up here a little bit because you got a couple extra lanes here, getting out to 295. They still have to build this whole, I think this flyover ramp. Anyway, let's see what else we've got cooking. So I don't know why that's a little bit slow. Could be just that construction zone. But again, our jackpot winner here is this Parkway, unfortunately. bring those cameras back into play here. Wow, look at that. Didn't even know that. So that's the situation in Irvington this morning as you traverse south on that Garden State Parkway, just as you come up into 143C. So this is just before 78 this morning. With a crash, hopefully no one is seriously injured, but we have at least the left lane shut. I'm thinking 2 lanes are shut this morning. Yeah, big mess here on this parkway all the way back to Bloomfield. I'm gonna let's see, talk to Anna. There is ongoing construction between 116 and 105 south as possible. That's what may have appeared. Yeah, I think that's what I think you're correct, Anna. Yep. Um, seems like that road work has been going on forever. And as a car show regular, was you're taking the pop-up car show in Wildwood, horrible what happened. I heard bits and pieces, but I didn't really get the full story. If you have any specifics, you can post in the comments and I can go from there. All I did hear was that some sort of a car show happened there in Wildwood, but I didn't actually get the specifics as far as what happened. Believe, unfortunately, someone was killed. If I have the right story, let me see if I'm gonna leave this up here as we watch this. I'm gonna see if I can bring this up on my other screen. Here. Let's see here. Unbelievable. Now, um, just awful. Again, I don't. Just reading that story from Channel 6 in Philly. It looks like potentially, again, I don't know if they were kind of street racing or something like that. They do a lot of this crazy, stupid stuff in LA. That's why that new bridge, I don't know if they've actually closed it now or they've got restrictions on the bridge, but these idiots were out there, doing donuts and whatever. And somebody actually got footage of one of the cars, careening off into the side. And thankfully, one of the barriers was there. But it's here, 2 people die reckless driving the pop-up piggyback on an established car show. Yeah, that's just terrible for those folks who were at the established car show. Again, I don't have any of the specifics, but your car goes out of control, that kind of thing, and somebody either trying to do some street racing or doing something stupid with donuts or showing off or whatever it is, and then things get out of control. I mean, awful, just horrible. One of the people was only 18 years old. Just senseless, just absolutely stupid. Just absolutely stupid. People don't think of a car as a weapon, but I mean, you think about it. I mean, you're driving a 2 or 3,000 pound machine, and thankfully that the engineering is so good that 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 these cars just don't fall. You're just not driving it. The wheels come off or anything. So the engineering is that good, and but when you do something stupid like that, stupid things happen. Awful. Should throw the book at that kid or the guy or whoever it was. Absolutely throw the book at him. Just, you can't even think about crazy stuff like that. It's just, well, our thoughts and prayers go to those families affected, and just insanity. Absolute insanity. Just walking along the street, and the next thing you know, you're gone. It's just, this idiot stupidity. All right, we're going to do a hard left-hand turn here, and we're going to go to the Weather Center, and John is there waiting for us. He's giving me the okay that he is ready. So yes, he's ready to go. We're going to get some more important information about Hurricane Ian and a look at your 7-day. Johnny, good morning.
Good morning again, Don, and to all of our viewers out there. We have a great day on the way for today and really for the rest of the week. It looks pretty decent, but unfortunately we are tracking Hurricane Ian. That is going to cause some devastating impact on parts of the west coast of Florida. Right now for today here in New Jersey, we have 73 in Camden, 72 down in Millville, a little bit cooler up in Sussex at around 69. Over toward New York City, we have 73 for your high temperature, 72 over toward Islip, White Plains around 71, same for Milford, Connecticut. And as we go into your overnight hours, lows dropping down into the 40s toward the north and west, 45 up in Sussex, Trenton at around 49, 52 down in Camden, Millville at around 48, Islip tonight getting down to about 53 degrees. Nothing going on here on the Futurecast, just some passing clouds from time to time over the next few days. But again, we have no real rain chances to talk about, despite the fact that we need it with the drought continuing in many areas across the region. Here we have Hurricane Ian. That'll be moving into the Gulf of Mexico, as I mentioned earlier this morning. Unfortunately, a lot of storm surge, 5 to 10 feet on parts of the west coast of Florida. Heavy rain up to 8 inches. Some areas could get locally 15 inches of rainfall over the course of the next few days. So again, if you have any family down there, make sure they are paying attention to local orders and evacuating if they are told to do so. So again, temperatures will be cooling off here over the next few days down into the 60s by the time we get into Thursday and Friday. And then this weekend is when we could start to see some of the remnant rainfall from Hurricane Ian. Now, by the time it gets to our region, it'll probably be a tropical depression, if that, by the time we get into the weekend, because it'll be traveling over land. But the timing on this may change a little bit as to when we see those remnant rain showers. So make sure you stay with us. We'll be keeping you updated throughout the course of the week. And make sure you follow us on our social media pages for the latest updates as well. We'll send it back over to Don Smith.
Thank you, John, for those all-important updates, my friend, and we'll see you here in less than 30 minutes. Another check of our forecast. So, our forecast here so far for the next couple of days seems to be in pretty good shape. Obviously, the weekend is something to keep an eye on, and certainly for Alexandra and the big wedding nuptials taking place on Sunday. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If, look, all it really takes is for this system to stall out a little bit for maybe about 5-6 hours and whatnot, and that may push the timing of some of our precip, some of our rain into Monday. Would be fine for that, for you, for the wedding on Sunday. So but maybe in some ways, even if it does rain, if it rains like Sunday night and everyone's in the venue and all that stuff, so be it. But if you just getting everybody dressed and everybody there and whatever, especially you don't want heavy rain, especially in that area where you're going, Westmont Country Club, getting through Route 3, 46, through that whole mess. So we'll see. So I'm going to talk to John today and prepare a special forecast for you, Alexandra, hopefully for Friday. This half hour is sponsored by the Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road. Give them a call here today for the best in your manly grooming needs, for your fades, your crew cuts, your high tops, flat tops. That's the whole thing. Hot Towel Shave. The boys over at the Shave Cave doing an awesome job. It's a classic barber shop with a modern feel to it. Really did a nice job with the design of the shop. Talk to my guy Omar. He's in the center. You can call him at 908-325-6283, or any of the fine fellows here will take care of you. Give them a call, make the appointment, because they're always busy. No matter when you go past the shop, they are always loaded up. So the best idea just to maximize your time and their time is to give them a call and make an appointment, or I think you can do it on Google as well. And you can make that appointment. And that is the best way to get into the Shaved Cave. Again, 1471 Ratton Road in Clark, conveniently located between exits 135 and 136 on the Parkway. 908-325-6283. And follow my guy Omar on Instagram at Chop, GODDD. Let's see here. Just want to bring this up. Can John provide a special weekend wedding forecast? Yeah, I'm going to try to, Anna, talk to John today. If not today, tomorrow. We have to talk about a couple other things for some of the other local access stations. So, yes, I am hoping that John will be able to put something together for us, which would be amazing. Let's see here. Now we have to talk to you about Nick and his father Anthony out there in Morris County at Maxim Motor Cars, looking for quality used vehicles. Give Nick a call, 973-620-9060. He has about 10 to 12 cars on the lot, as we did this yesterday. Some higher mileage vehicles, but not everybody can afford a $40,000 car. So definitely head over to Maxim Motor Cars here. Maxim Motor Cars LLC is the website. Pardon me, I just had to stand up for a second. My foot, I think, fell asleep. So definitely give them a call. And, Nick handpicks these vehicles. So, he's picking the best of the best. This 94 Mustang could be, potentially a classic car. It's already a classic car status. You need 25 years. So 98 and older, coming January 1st, will be a classic. So, and this one, I think, if I'm not mistaken, has got cloth seats. I'm right on that. Yes. Wasn't too many Mustangs that had cloth seats. So this definitely is a classic, along with it being a convertible, getting ready for this wonderful fall season. So give Nick a call. Maxim Motor Cars, 973-620-9060. Look at that. It's got like the high wing spoiler on it. Fresh wheels. It's looking good. Actually in really good condition, that inside. Let's see what else. There's the back seat. And I believe, is it automatic? Yeah, it's an automatic. There's the tan top. So nice affordable way to get into some convertible motoring. There you go. Again, Maxim Motor Cars, 973-620-9060. I'm going to take a very quick break for a minute myself. We're going to leave this up here with the full screen. That's the Parkway going south. Looks like the accident is just clearing here at 143. And we will be back in just a moment. Stay with us. All right, welcome back to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Apologize for that. I just had to take a very, very short break. So there's your southbound Parkway now. We've been leaving this camera populating here this morning. Um, Looks like our crash may have been cleared now on that Parkway this morning, going south into 143. Yes, that's exactly what is taking place on the GSP. So we'll fire up the maps here this morning. It's still just a colossal disaster back through the Essex Toll Plaza. But unfortunately, this is what we are dealing with going south here on the Parkway out of the Essex Tolls down through Bloomfield all the way into Irvington is just a colossal mess. It was, for the most part, it was a little bit lighter, um, heavier than yesterday because today is the second day of Rosh Hashanah, but certainly lighter than, let's say, a week ago or so. So, yeah, the Parkway is just a big old mess both ways. Trying to get up through 280. Northbound Turnpike is picking up a lot of the additional extra volume. Coming up from 13 on into 14. Coming up into interchange 14. Both ways of 280 at the Stickle Drawbridge is still a fairly slow ride. 287 heading north right off of 440 south into South Plainfield and busy exit 8 all the way up through 12, and then south into 13 is crowded. 78 some glare here east of 287, and then west on 24. Seeing a lot of traffic as well, getting west of 78 now into the Mall of Short Hills. Coming down the hill, a lot of sun glare here east on 80 into Route 15, then again into Parsippany, Troy Hills. As we continue south along 287, I think something may have happened there. That shouldn't be heavy at all. You're saying road work? Hmm, okay. Um, in both ways of 24 at the 287 interchange. We're also seeing some decent backups. West on 80 is heavy into Patterson or Route 20. 208 south here at Maple Avenue is fairly crowded. Let's head down onto the Parkway, getting south here. Local lanes will heavy out by 116, 116 and 109 with that ongoing construction. Turnpike is moving fine. Route 9, and we had an earlier, this is up by 18, I should say, an earlier crash with 34 that's gone. Just some traffic light delays here coming through Route 1, same thing along Route 206. Let's go to 29 into the Trenton Tunnel is just packed, just jammed, just a solid ride there. Not much you can do about that this morning. Let's see. Parkway in South Jersey, AC Expressway, that is good. But northbound 5542 really jammed up into 295. Both ways to 295 here at exit 30 is busy out the Aljo curve. 70 seems to be fine. 73 heading west from north here, getting up into 70 is a little bit tied up. But other than that, fairly decent. And then 130 was a lot of those two lanes shut as you approach it, 168, which will be right here. Still with our issues here this morning. And again, this half hour is sponsored by the Craft for Vanilla Bean Creamery, craftforvanillabeancreamery.com. So that's that. Let's redo the Hudson Rivers now and see what we're up against. George is cleared out, 25 at the Lincoln, about 10 minutes or so here at the Holland Tunnel. So, you definitely know we're in a holiday mode, barring the unforeseen issues anywhere in New Jersey on the Parkway. Staten Island is fine. Brooklyn, all the Bell Parkway is in good shape. Inbound Gowanus, getting up into the BQE, that's going to be a solid ride. And then heading south, same thing here, out to the Brooklyn Bridge. BQE a little heavy here at the LIE, but even that's beginning to thin out. Midtown Tunnel is about 15, 10 or so at the Ed Koch, southbound FDR Drive at the Midtown Tunnel is a bit busy, then a little heavier here at 96th Street. Um, Still some congestion on the east side going south as you get out to the RFK Triborough, west on the Grand Central, a little heavy passing LaGuardia, north on the BQE is heavy here at the Grand Central. The Whitestone Expressway, a little sluggish here to the Cross Island, but that's about it. West on the LIE is heavy here off of Van Wyck over to Queens Boulevard. And then Van Wyck both ways here to Atlantic and Hillside Avenues. Busy. Grand Central going east of the Clearview, so the LIE out to the Cross Island is a solid ride, and then the Cross Island itself from Hempstead Turnpike up to Hillside Avenue is a little bit busy. Let's go up to the Bronx. The crossings here are good. Just look at this Bronx. Looks like a Saturday morning. West of the Cross Bronx here at the Bronx River. That's it. North on the Hutch, we got a crash here just past the drawbridge. So watch for that. And then north on the Bruckner is going to be into the Hutch. But look at this. Look at this Deegan. It's cleared out. Cleared out. I mean, this is what, a holiday does for us here in New York City. So north on the Deegan of Willis is maybe a little bit backed up, not terrible. Give you the incident list here before we get to Johnny in the weather centre. Good across the board. And there's really not a whole lot to show you, friends. Let's go to Long Island. See what we got cooking here. Um, Southern State, a couple of crashes there, but they're on the shoulder. And that, not really seeing that much of a problem. I mean, Long Island looks great. Really does. Just a little light congestion on the LIU West here at Deer Park, and then again into the Northern State Connector. But other than that, Nassau, Suffolk County, everything is quiet. All the way out to the east end, east on Sunrise Highway, Hampton Bays, Southampton Watermill. We are fine. And over to southwestern Connecticut, wow, it's kind of lit up a little bit more than I would have liked to have seen. Let's go to the Connecticut incident page just to verify nothing major has happened. Just delays, really. So again, this is kind of clearing out just the southbound Merritt here between exits 50 down to 48. It's a little bit busy. But again, as you come into exit 41, 95 is heavy. We'll go 18 down through 11, and then from 9 on over towards 6. Now, a little bit of congestion here in towards the area of 35, and then out towards about 33. Sort of pick up some volume there. North in the Hutch, fairly busy as you come in towards what is it, North Weaver Street, I should say. New England Thruway is fine. 287 East, a little sun glare out at exit 5, but not as bad as what we normally will see tomorrow. Rockland, Orange counties, and it all is in great shape across the board. 84, like Carmel, Brewster, 684, Katona, Bedford Hills, down to the Purchase, and traffic is looking really good. Really, the only issues are in New Jersey on this parkway, and that's going to thin out here in the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. Close out of that. Thank Rickars and Shave Cave for that last half hour of programming. On for another 20 seconds. Let me just check in with transit really quick. Got some delays in the Montclair line. 19 arrival at Penn Station for right in Hoboken. It's already happening. 33, 15 minutes late in the Long Branch. 15 because of congestion here on the RVL River line, and that looks pretty good. Let's go to PATH now. Nothing happening there. We'll go to the MTA. Cooking here. Those are all planned reroutes, but everything else is in great shape. Long Island Railroad and Metro North is on or close. Excellent. All right. What's not really too excellent is obviously Hurricane Ian, sitting off the southwestern side of Cuba at this point this morning. Let's go right to John in the Weather Center with more details. John, good morning.
Good morning, Don, and to all of you watching this morning. It's going to be a nice day that we have on the way for today. It'll start to cool off later on this week, and of course, we are tracking Hurricane Ian starting to head into the Gulf of Mexico, and we could see the remnant rains of that by this weekend or possibly early next week. The timing on that's going to change a little bit, so we'll keep you updated on that. This morning we have a few clouds to start out, but the skies will clear out throughout the morning and afternoon hours. And by this evening, you're going to want the sunglasses on your way home from work or school. It's going to be pretty sunny out there later on this afternoon. So for your highs for today, we have 73 down in Camden, Millville at around 72, same for Atlantic City. Sussex a little bit cooler at about 69, 73 over toward New York City. Milford, Connecticut at around 71 degrees. And for your overnight lows, it's going to get a little chilly here in Sussex at about 45 degrees. 49 over toward Trenton and Piscataway, 48 down in Millville, a little bit milder in Wildwood at about 55 degrees, Milford, Connecticut at about 53, over toward Islip out on Long Island. So as we take a look at our futurecast, it looks pretty clear here, just a few clouds passing by on Wednesday going into Thursday morning, but not expecting anything in the way of rainfall. And as we take a look at our tropics watch, we are tracking Ian, but we are also watching this other Invest 99L out in the eastern Atlantic. However, it doesn't look like that is going to impact the United States. So that is the good news. The bad news is we have Hurricane Ian. That'll be moving into the Gulf of Mexico and nearing Florida today and right through Thursday and even going into Friday. A lot of storm surge, a lot of heavy rain and high winds at a Category 4 storm is likely going into later on tonight and going into Wednesday. So if you have any family down there or if you have any travel plans down there, you might want to cancel those. But alert your family, tell them to evacuate if they are told to do so. We'll take a look at that 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit.
Thank you, John, for that all important update on Hurricane Ian. John will be back in less than 30 minutes with last final check of our weather and our 7-day weather forecast, another check of where Ian is. This half hour is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey. It's also Route 28. It's State Highway. And 908-272-3000 is the phone number. And again, Ralph has some of the best ice cream anywhere in the land to be found. I mean, it is just spectacular stuff. You know, he has the wonderful fall flavors. This is his website. There are those delicious cupcakes. Here are some of the flavors that you can choose from: vanilla bean, chocolate silk. Love that chocolate silk, right? Cappuccino crunch, M&M explosion, Oreo cheesecake, salted caramel pecan, and cherry vanilla, grasshopper, chocolate peanut butter swirl, and chocolate chip cookie dough, cookie monster. Party cake is a very, very popular flavor. Vanilla chocolate super crunch, cotton candy, holy cannoli, and um, fudge brownie sundae. So there's your pumpkin, apple cider donut, cinnamon crumb. I don't know if he's done the apple pie yet. Oreo pumpkin, yes, but I'm not sure if he's done apple pie just yet. But awaiting the eggnog chip and the hot cocoa and the peppermint bark and the gingerbread. You know, you get a little sample of that with his Christmas in July festivities. Let's go to Facebook page. Just want to see if he's updated this. What is this here? What do we got? This is something new. So now he's doing something, partnering up with the Cranford Library, and this one's only going to be there for the next weekend. It's called, for their newest flavor, Gooey Dewey Decimal System, caramel flavored ice cream with fudge and caramel swirls here for a limited time. Oh, look at that. Give me a bigger picture. Oh, that look good or what? Good stuff there. Um, so that's his partnership with the Cranford Library, trying to get some membership. And there's the pumpkin spice, Oreo pumpkin, apple cider donut. and cinnamon crumb. Again, just wonderful, wonderful stuff here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. So, yeah, just, you know, just plethora of the apple cider donut. Brought that out to a party over this weekend. Same thing with the party cake and the peach mango, and it was an enormous hit. Everybody loved the ice cream. It was just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal stuff. So definitely head over there to 22 North Avenue in Cranford. 908-272-3000 is the number. Of Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com is the website. So definitely go over and tell Ralph and say hello from all of us here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Tell me you saw it on the program, and you'll certainly will not be disappointed whatsoever. So we thank Ralph for sponsoring the big broadcast. All right, so 8:22 now is our time. I think we just have to go back and revisit New Jersey again because it's still fairly active, a lot more active than other parts of the tri-state. Again, for our friends celebrating Rosh Hashanah, Happy New Year, our second day of the celebration. Um, Again, this parkway is beginning to thin out a little bit as you traverse south into 280. There was that earlier crash, 143. Um, that has now been cleared. West on 24 is just a big mess here. I wonder if something's going on other than the normal delay getting west of the mall at Short Hills. Yeah, wow, wow, that's heavy. Um, Still is 80. Still hasn't been able to shake out these delays. Let's see here. 87 south of Route 23 in Milan. Let's see what we got here this morning. Fortunately, there are no cameras to show us. Oh, I'm wrong. Going south of Route 23. Looky there. Wow, that is a solid ride. No question about that. Uh, Solid ride. Because of this crash again on 287. Meteorologist just got it. Good morning. Morning, Don. Getting less sleep than I was when he was working. Yes, congratulations. Yes, Justin, congratulations on the rose. Very nice. Wonderful. Congrats. The proud papa joining us here this morning. Yeah, I imagine that a lot of sleepless nights are in your forecast for a while now. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Um, uh, Take the time off, even though I'm sure you would also like to be in the weather center tracking Hurricane Ian, because I know that's what you do best is these big storms and getting into the nitty gritty and all the particular details of where this is going, and know, um, but but at this point, this one, stay at home. Absolutely, stay at home. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Little hurricanes. Yep. Um, uh, you know, that on your Facebook page or your Twitter page or whatever. Keep folks updated. Um, Along with our chief meteorologist in training, Mr. Rocco, who's been in our weather center tracking it. And hopefully, Justin, you can stick around till 8:45 to watch Johnny's report. I think he did a great job. Just be dialing that in the rest of this week. Um, and I mean, I don't know what the drought situation is, and I don't know if John will have time to prepare a slide for that for this week. But I would imagine with the rain that we had on Sunday night into Monday was fairly decent shot. And if we get some rain from Ian late next weekend into early next week, certainly is going to help out. But we just don't need it all at the same time, right? Let's see here now. All right. So again, this is what we're dealing with. This 130 issue that's been out there all morning at 168 in Camden. This is I don't know why they just don't take this off, but these some type. I don't know why, but I think some of it's just some sun glare coming in through this area. But other than that, I still think there's something going. 24 doesn't have any cameras. I don't know why. Should have cameras in 24. 208 and Route 24 are the two places, the two roads that I would absolutely put cameras on. I was consulting the DOT. Those would be the first two that I would load up with cameras because it's busy all the time and there's just no eyes on Route 24 and Route 208 at all. Um, let's see here. Your voice is a bit choppy, not as smooth as usual. Hmm. Okay, so let me just check my audio settings here. No, the mixer is on. Maybe bring up the audio. How does that sound? Sounds a little bit better. Maybe just operator error. I don't know. I got the fan going because it's a little warm in here, and I got pollen or whatever is looking at cough every 10 seconds. How does that sound, Anna? I moved the microphone away from me just a little bit. Let me know how that sounds. I don't know. I feel like I've had this issue before, but I'm not quite sure what the situation is with the microphone. Now, again, some of it some of it is the computer itself, and hopefully, um, Apple will release something that I can sink my teeth into and can afford um, coming up in about the next month. So hopefully that will be the case because it's processing the audio through the computer and I'm doing the video. I mean, this computer is 10 years old and it's doing a lot. I'm surprised it hasn't just completely given up altogether. Uh, So, um, hopefully that sounds a little bit better for us. All right, so 8:28 now is our time. We are going to, while it's on my mind, let me just switch over the banners here. This half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley. Watch her on a PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder Woman Innovation TV's journey. Darley-human.com is the website, and we'll get more into Darley's program at 8:45. New change, the voice is a bit choppy. I'm wondering, again, it could also be the stream as well. Let me shut the mixer off and let me reboot that. Let's see what happens. Muted. There we go. How does that sound? Anything? Testing one, two, three. Anna, how does that sound? Guessing it sounds maybe the same, maybe a little bit better. I'm not sure. Because I can't restart the computer right now. And you know what it is that these machines they get hot. They obviously give out an awful lot of heat, and especially this computer is really the computer is really not as hot as it usually has been, but the mixer itself, yeah, I'm wondering if there's a firmware update or something I need to do for the mixer. Huh. To investigate that. And again, it could also be my internet connection too. Um, as I say that, they're actually doing some road work on my street. I'm wondering if anything is going on with the because the internet connection seems like it's solid, but any little whatever. Maybe it's the squirrels. I don't know. I haven't seen too many of those little monsters lately, so I guess that's some welcome news. Um, all right. So again, that's the Parkway. The 280 situation is fairly crowded. So is the Turnpike from 13 up into 14. Turnpike's eastern and western spurs. Southbound at 280 is going to be a little bit busy. Anna says much better. Okay, yeah, maybe just the mixer got a little too warm or something. I'm not sure, but I will have to investigate that. So thank you for that so much. Like I said, it's possible it needs a firmware update. Sometimes these electronics they need periodically to be updated. So I will take a look at that after the show. Let's see what we got going on here now this morning. Let's go to the Hudson River crossings now. You know what? I wanted to dial in that. I'm sorry. I wanted to dial in that 287. Looks like that may be just clearing now, south of Route 23. There is the Hudson River crossing. As you can see, we're in holiday mode per se here at the George Washington Bridge, under 10, still about a half at the Lincoln and about 15 at the Holland Tunnel. Let's go to the Arctic incident page here. This will give us everything Long Island, the city, and Hudson Valley. So 84 west in Ludingtonville, shoulder is out. Route 22 in Pauling, 684 south in Danbury, shoulder. But other than that, city looks in pretty good shape. Let's see here. I align with the squirrel theory for your audio woes. I think so too. Maybe they were chewing on the internet line or something, or I don't know. But boy, those things are a menace. They really are a menace. North on the hutch. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go to the cameras. I think there is a camera up here on the hutch somewhere. And Justin, I don't know if Justin's still with us, but to get his feedback on Mr. Rocco in the Weather Center, because Justin was once a weather watcher himself back in the day. Let's see. Can this video work? Oh, look at that. It's a good camera, except for the green. That's a really clear camera. So that's north on the hutch, just getting into the drawbridge. Going over there is the drawbridge. I thought there may have been an earlier crash here. That's 95. The hutch. 95 at Waterbury. Oops. Come on. There we go. Yeah. So let's go back to the maps now. Maps. RFK a little busy now, a little busier getting into looks like the Bronx into Queens. FDR Drive is fairly solid here this morning, getting south of the 130s down into the mid 80s, and then further heavier south of the Queensboro Bridge out to the Midtown Tunnel. BQE still fairly congested across the Kosciuszko Bridge out to the Williams River Bridge. That's going to be a heavy ride. The Battery Tunnel's about 10 minutes there, and that's just trying to get through this mess on the Gowanus into the BQE. But Staten Island, we're in pretty good shape. And northbound on the West Shore, I wonder what's going on there. Dial that up if we can. Let's see what we got. See what we got here. Oh yeah. Up there's the crash there. Just at the expressway split. Okay, so that's new. So it's a bunch of people outside the vehicle. So I guess that's a good sign that hopefully everyone is okay. Um, everyone is all right in this collision. That's right at the split, literally right here at the split, right there. So we're a little bit backed up this morning trying to get to the Staten Island Expressway. The belt through Brooklyn looks fantastic. It doesn't get much better than that. Both ways, the Van Wyck here at Hillside Avenue is a little bit busy. East on the LIE, the Grand Central, all out to the Cross Island is crowded. West on the LIE is heavy here at Queens Boulevard. Cross Island is good, so is the Upper East River crossings. Maybe a little bit of sun glare here on the southern going east this morning, although there's this issue out by the Wantagh. I think that's going to be onto the shoulder, if I'm not mistaken, from earlier. Let's populate that now. Let's do this. Dial that up. It's right in here. That's eastbound on 25. There's just some days you wonder where everyone is going. I think that's it there on the shoulder. Yes, there it is. It's kind of coming around that curve there. Here at 106. That's that accident that is now populated to the shoulder this morning. Mindful of that. Other than that, the rest of the island is in pretty good shape. West in the LA, a little heavy here at Deer Park Avenue, but other than that, I think we're fine. Suffolk County traffic looks great. Out to the Hamptons, still busy. Hampton Bays, Southampton, Watermill. Be on the lookout for that. Still some congestion here on the Merritt, getting south of about exit 50 into 48, and then still pretty solid ride down through 44 into the no exit zone out to 41, and then 95 is heavy here, 18 all the way down through just about exit 6, and then Parkway is heavy just south of exit 39, 38, 37. Kind of normal stuff. I was hoping it was going to ease out just a little bit for us, but to no deal there. Hudson Valley, we're fine. Everything is really moving along, cruising along nicely. So 8:39 now is our time. So we have a little bit of a break in the action. Let me do this morning. Let's see if I can just bring up YouTube's, everyone's favorite YouTube's. So we will go here. Let's see here. First of all, here's the, I'm going to dismiss that. The On New Jersey, that's the website that I will be doing the morning show come this Thursday and Friday. So be mindful of that. Where was it going? I'm going to show you this flyover. Subscribe. So let's see if I can find it. Here it is here. I'm going to have to mute it. You're not going to be able to hear anything, but here. Oops. It's right about the 13-minute mark. 13:17. Let's see if we can get that. There's the flyover of the C-17 Globemaster. Is that? I mean, that looks like that's flying over the World Series. How impressive was that? Is that wild or what? Is that just a wild shot? That is just crazy. Pick it up on the other side. How cool was that? That thing shook the entire field. It was crazy. That's a big plane. That was great. That was fantastic. And then, unfortunately, Cranford did lose at the very last minute. But this is actually some of, well, first of all, these are the pilots here. They actually came back to the field. This is the pilot, Michael Atterbury, and there he is in the pilot seat. His crew. So it's a picture of them in the air. And there's actually some footage of the actual flying in. Oh, of them flying in, which I thought was really neat. Yeah, that was a neat evening. Very cool. Very, very cool. So straight, I passed that along, kind of a little something there. I was directing half. I did the first half, directed the first half there. So let's see where we're at. Let's go back to transit. It take us right up to John and the Weather Center. Let's see here. Montclair 909 departure from Penn Station is canceled due to equipment availability. 833 arrival in Long Branch 15 there. 832 from Netherwood is canceled. Plainfield is canceled. Entertainment Center departure is canceled due to mechanical issue. Okay. Let's go to path now. Let's fold that in. See what we've got. New Oracle. That's from yesterday. MTA here. We've got cooking this morning. The one train local to Express. Southbound one trains running the express tracks from 72nd Street to Times Square, 42nd Street. Will address a mechanical problem on a train at 72nd Street. Okay. There we go. Let's go to the rails here. Metro North and Long Island Railroad is on or close to schedule. On or close to schedule. Yeah. So, like I said, it's most part, it's certainly lighter than it was last Tuesday, but busier than yesterday. I'm hoping this delay here in the Parkway will ease out, but this 287 thing has got me perplexed as far as what the deal is. I feel like something happened here and just nothing reported as of yet. That's fairly busy. Let's just take a look at that. Let's call up the cameras here. This will take us into weather. Cameras. Let's do this. 7:28. Maybe they're setting up road work. That's all north again. That's traveling north is just jammed back to Possum Town and exit 8. Well, of course, that camera hasn't worked in quite some time. Avenue. That's north on the left. So this is at Route 1. That's jammed. I really think that something may have happened very briefly here. Once briefly yours, Dr. Jones, is now mine. I still think something may have happened there because this should have eased out by now. And then same thing here, getting up into 13. I feel like something maybe just quickly was out there for a couple of minutes and just unreported. And the same thing here on westbound 24. I mean, it's plausible that it's all volume, but I don't know. It's just kind of crazy why that's still as heavy as it is. All right. I Flew right through the break here. Let's go to John in the Weather Center for a check of our 7-day weather forecast and update in Ian. Good morning, John.
Good morning again, Don, and to all of our viewers out there. We have a great day on the way for today and really for the rest of the week. It looks pretty decent, but unfortunately we are tracking Hurricane Ian. That is going to cause some devastating impacts on parts of the west coast of Florida. Right now for today here in New Jersey, we have 73 in Camden, 72 down in Millville, a little bit cooler up in Sussex at around 69. Over toward New York City, we have 73 for your high temperature, 72 over toward Islip, White Plains around 71, same for Milford, Connecticut. And as we go into your overnight hours, lows dropping down into the 40s toward the north and west, 45 up in Sussex, Trenton at around 49, 52 down in Camden, Millville at around 48, Islip tonight getting down to about 53 degrees. Nothing going on here on the Futurecast, just some passing clouds from time to time over the next few days. But again, we have no real rain chances to talk about, despite the fact that we need it with the drought continuing in many areas across the region. Here we have Hurricane Ian. That'll be moving into the Gulf of Mexico, as I mentioned earlier this morning. Unfortunately, a lot of storm surge, 5 to 10 feet on parts of the west coast of Florida. Heavy rain up to 8 inches. Some areas could get locally 15 inches of rainfall over the course of the next few days. So again, if you have any family down there, make sure they are paying attention to local orders and evacuating if they are told to do so. So again, temperatures will be cooling off here over the next few days down into the 60s by the time we get into Thursday and Friday. And then this weekend is when we could start to see some of the remnant rainfall from Hurricane Ian. Now, by the time it gets to our region, it'll probably be a tropical depression, if that, by the time it gets into the weekend, because it'll be traveling over land. But the timing on this may change a little bit as to when we see those remnant rain showers. So make sure you stay with us. We'll be keeping you updated throughout the course of the week. And make sure you follow us on our social media pages for the latest updates as well. We'll send it back over to Don Smith.
Thank you, John. Great job here this morning. We'll see you back in the Weather Center tomorrow. Yeah, definitely the weekend is something to watch. Hopefully for Alexandra's wedding that we get this stuff into maybe Monday or so with the showers. Hopefully, maybe, I'm not sure, maybe it breaks up just enough or just takes it offshore or whatever. Something will intercede there. So we'll see how that all plays out. But thank you, John, as always. We'll again see you tomorrow. Weather Watcher Club is on top of Hurricane Ian, giving us the latest updates. And again, follow them on all their social media pages, the YouTube channel, as well as Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Definitely stay tuned to John's Twitter page, John, JONROCCOWX, on Twitter and Facebook for the latest updates. This half hour sponsored by the Travels with Darley. Darley Newman is the host, owner, and proprietor of Travels with Darley, a wonderful program on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, Elevation TV's Journey. Go to darley-newman.com for more information. Wonderful travel program, probably the best out there on TV today. She gets the local angle of every destination that she is in. Finds the best places to eat, drink, has adventures, hiking, biking, jumping off buildings. I think I don't know where she was it Dubai or something like that? Just amazing stuff. And again, really also includes a lot of history as well. So, she's done a lot of stuff on the different trails, like the New York Empire Trail, Charleston, that area, and really gives you that information that makes things historic, which I love history, so I think that's fantastic. And again, it really is coming from the local perspective, which sets her show apart from all the rest. Now, so Darley is out filming her 10th anniversary season, and you can see here having a wonderful cocktail. She is in Turkey, so it's going to be exciting to see. It's actually going to be exciting to see the season because we've kind of followed along with her on social media over the last month or so to actually see the shows come to life sometime early next year. So, yes, Darley doing a great job with her wonderful cocktail there. She's all set and ready to go at the bar. There we go. She's enjoying herself there in Turkey, from farm to wood fire to table, even the cocktails. Interesting. Very good. So again, follow her on darlie-newman.com, Instagram, as well as onto Twitter. Watch her on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder Innovation TV's Journey, and go to our website, darlie-newman.com, for more information. We thank Darlie for being a sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Let's see now. What do we have? Let's do the scan of the area. So we're dealing with Route 1 in Plainsboro. That's something new. I have a feeling they got this on camera, because how would they know about this? Yep. That's on the camera. Bingo. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? We've been doing this too long. I'm not sure. So that's southbound. You see the dump truck is broken down. Not quite sure if it's a flat tire or some other mechanical issue. So just a little bit slow there, getting into Scudder's Mill Road. Let's do this. 130 situation in Camden is still there. You got to be mindful of that. We still haven't been able to shake out these parkway delays. They're still with us. So is westbound 24. I just feel like there's something going on here, really holding this back here out by Kennedy Parkway. I just can't get a grasp and a handle as far as what that could be. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what that is. And then 287 south into eastbound 24 is busy. East on 80 is still heavy here at 42. West on 80 is heavy here at 46. Coming off of 280. West on Route 3, heavy at 46. Then 80 still pretty busy in Patterson, out by Route 20. East on Route 4 is seeing some delays here out by Teaneck Road. Yeah, just I don't know, just some volume. So is 17 both ways at Central Avenue and Rochelle Park, coming out of Lodi. 208 south on Maple Avenue. We'll see if that road work does go out. Let's see here. Let's dial in the Turnpike. 287 is still busy here in Edison, South Plainfield. I think there's something going on right in here. Just hasn't been reported. Cameras. I'm under the impression that something is happening here, because it goes yellow, green, right in here. Just before about exit 4 or 5 in that area, heading south. It's got to be something, because this should have eased out. I mean, there is no reason for any of that. As my professional pick. The rest of South Jersey is in good shape. 55 here at 42 is still a bit of a mess. As we continue to the Parkway, Route 9, Seattle City, Avalon, Wildwood, Cape May, we're in good shape all across the board. As we continue over to the city now, got this earlier crash here. It's been cleared north on the West Shore at the expressway, right at the split. But it's lighter than normal here. Everything else through Staten Island is good. Brooklyn, the belt is clear. Gowanus BQE combo, fairly heavy both ways at the Brooklyn Bridge. What else is new? Midtown Tunnel is about 15 or so. Same thing at the Ed Koch. West of the LIE is still fairly crowded here at Queens Boulevard. Both ways, the Van Wyck is heavy here at Atlantic and Liberty Avenues. East on the LIE is fairly busy out to the Cross Island. Cross Island beginning to thin it up to the Grand Central. East side still busy on the FDR, coming down from 125 down into the mid 80s. Both ways of the crossbronx getting a little bit busier now at 3rd Avenue. North on the Bruckner up to the Hutch is heavy on the Hutch, just off the drawbridge with a crash just cleared there. Let's go to Long Island. East on the Southern, still dealing with that crash out by the Wantagh this morning on the shoulder. West is fairly heavy into that area as well. West LIE here at 39, and the connector is busy. LIE West into 110, and that also is a little bit crowded. But Suffolk County, the rest of it is good. As you continue over towards the Hamptons, east on Sunrise Highway, Watermill, Bridgehampton, East Hampton, we're in good shape. Over to Connecticut now. South on the 8 and 25 is busy at 95. Merritt is heavy from 50 down through just about 41. 95 is busy from about 18 still, down through about exit 5. Then the Merritt is heavy here, south and about exit 38 or so. Go to Lower Westchester on the Hutch, 287, Rockland County. Again, everything is good on the thruway in 202. Picking up a little something here. No, on 6. No, that's okay. 84 Goshen, Port Jervis, Middletown, Beacon, 84 Brewster, even Danbury is fine. So it was 684. So, we're moving along at a pretty good clip here this morning through the Hudson Valley. There honestly is it's fairly good pretty much across the board. Not really going to complain about that. So we are in good shape here in the AM. All right, friends, I think we are going to wrap it up here this morning. Hi. Wow, I'm a mess. Oof. Anyway, so we thank you so much for dialing us up here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. I want to make sure let's do the shameless plug here for us on the broadcast. Let me bring up the YouTube channel. There it is. We'll put that back in the queue. That comes up. There we go. 111 subscribers. Again, we're on our push for 200 subscribers and 200 episodes. So we've got 99 more episodes to go. Hopefully we can get to 200 subscribers. I know it's a little bit of a slow push, but let's just see what we can do. Pass it along to all of your friends. Please just tell them to subscribe. Helps us out here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. Definitely, if you could do that, would be of massive help to us. Oh, let's see. Okay, subscribe. So this is their page here. The Weather Watchers. They put up the forecast here. They do one in the evening. They do another one in the afternoon. That's coming off of Monday. Yeah, they're doing a nice job putting these forecasts to YouTube, and I think they're going to get some more views. Now with Hurricane Ian populating here this morning. So we thank John, who's the president of this wonderful Weather Watcher group. Please subscribe to his channel as well. Certainly will help out the members there to get the word out. All right, friends, it is now 9 o'clock here on the East Coast of the United States, the great United States of America, in New Jersey, New York, Connecticut. So we thank you so much for watching. Drive safely. Just be careful out there. Slow it down, especially, those local roads. You got to be real careful because schools are in session. So again, have a terrific Tuesday. Drive safely, and we'll see you tomorrow.